Morning. All right, guys. I have the risk disclosure up here as we wait for folks to join us. Give folks a couple of minutes here to join, and then we'll get started. So in the meantime, you guys can read the disclosure. Good morning, Jams. Good morning, Tron. Good morning, Castro. Good morning, Racer. Just going to give folks here a couple of minutes here to get us and get going. Good morning, Jim. Good morning. Buenos dias, Paula. Gonna take a sip of water as we wait here. Good morning, Sergey. Your middle school teachers failed you. Yeah, it's always, you just needed better teachers, right, Tron? Good morning, Project. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, X. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. The risk disclosure is visible here. So again, just to remind everyone that this session is for educational purposes. I'm not here in any sort of advisory capacity. Okay, we all understand the risks involved in trading futures, and that that we should only be risking investment capital into the markets. Futures does carry a fair amount of risk, and that it's not for every investor. And it is quite possible for investors to lose all or more of the investor's investment initial capital and also be responsible for any overages. Okay. So we only want to risk money that we cannot, that we can lose without jeopardizing one's financial security. Okay. All right. So since you guys have reviewed that, and I paraphrased it for Tron because it looks like he lost his ability to read. We'll go ahead and move into the next piece of this, and that's really to review the news. Okay, so that and check in to make sure that's everybody can see the screen, which I believe they can. So we're basically going to review the economic calendar today, okay, and see what news events we have in store. Okay, so you're going to wait here, and then I'm going to go ahead and filter it out for just US and clear it all out. Just US, and we'll just select three-star events and apply and see. Okay, so we'll look to the top, and we really only have three events, three-star events. We got manufacturing PMI here at 9:45 Eastern. We have also PMI global services at the same time, and then new home sales. New home sales is also coming up here at 10 a.m. So we want to make a note of these times, obviously, because anytime we have any sort of three-star events, that could have some impact on the market. Okay. So,
revolutionary technology, real-world results.
So
that's
let's
SAP
go ahead
Business AI.
and
Be ready.
We'll move ahead and see if I can do this. I'm going to go ahead and tab over. I don't think this is going to work, but I don't think it's going to work. Okay, we're going to go ahead and share screen again and click on the gold market. All right, so here we are in the gold market. It's already open. You can see here that we already have a initial balance established here on as I speak. So so let's go ahead and start now. Guys, I am using well, I'm going to be using both ADR and ASR here today, just so that I can incorporate that in my analysis here. But guys, the focus I'm going to have is on ADR. ASR is average session range, which is kind of more of an apples to apples comparison, where I'm comparing, US versus US. Average daily range is a blend of multiple sessions. The screen is blank. Really? Okay, let's try this again. I'll stop share and share again. Okay, here we go. Again, I think it's being shared. Guys, can I get a confirmation that you guys can see my screen? Okay, perfect. Okay, excellent. All right, let's take a look at the market here, guys. So again, guys, I have, like I said, right now I don't have ADR displayed, but when we go to the analysis, I will definitely incorporate both ADR and ASR. We'll close one and the other. I think it's important to keep both. All right, as I mentioned, ADR is indeed a blend, okay, of the London, Asia, and New York. Okay, it does the full day. Obviously, some of these markets are less volatile in the overnight, and the ADR is dominated by New York for the most part, right? Maybe to some degree London, but in any case, it seems to me that is a more natural comparison when we're comparing, what the range is if we're comparing like on like. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the daily, guys. So it looks like we've been kind of range bound overnight here, but let's take a look at the daily and see what we're developing. So we're kind of coming off, okay, kind of come off. We have, actually broken some structure here to the downside. These are yesterday's levels here, guys. So don't pay. Well, I guess you could make note of that, but they're yesterday's rate reference levels. Okay. So we can see here that we have kind of a conviction candle, and we are, reacting away from it. I think I may have drawn this yesterday as well, but we are, coming into an area of daily demand. All right. And we are starting to react away from it. All right. So again, we have broken some structure to the downside. That's not to be underestimated. And we came down to a level where we would expect, price to pause or potentially reverse. Now, this is a daily chart. This is a lot. So we still have the day here to wrap up before this candle closes. But if it does, like anything else, if it does manage to break below this area here, we're kind of looking at these levels down here, maybe down to 2200. Okay. So daily starting to break some structure to the downside. Maybe there is a little bit of a shift. But we are at an area where we could potentially see some demand. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart developing a bullish engulfing against this same level of demand that we drew on the daily chart. Okay. So we'll see how this candle closes. This candle closes probably won't close for another hour and 15. But if this candle closes as a bullish engulfing, well, then that speaks volumes, all right, to price potentially heading higher in the gold market from here. Okay. So still very much, well, I guess we're starting to break some structure, I guess, to the opposite side, right? So here I have my channel, and we're starting to peak above that channel to the upside. Okay. Again, evidence that maybe buyers are interested in the current levels to participate. All right. So we'll again, we don't wait, we don't want candles to just peak above channels. We want candles to confirm outside of channels. Okay. So like I said, we'll have to wait here about an hour or so to wait to see how the candle closes and see if indeed this is going to at least be able to break this and potentially create a follow-through candle to the upside. All right. Taking a look at the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Okay, so here we are again at a demand zone. All right, all these candles seen here is represented in one, bigger candle on the daily chart. Okay, so here we are again. Might adjust this here a little bit. Okay, so we are kind of peaking above. This is the second candle in the series, and this candle is also peaking over VWAP. Okay, peaking over VWAP. Right. So let's take a look and start doing our little analysis. I'm going to focus in on ADR. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up ADR levels here and see what the ADR levels have in store for us. I'm going to go ahead and shut down this for a second. Okay, and so we can get a closer look at these ADR levels. Okay, so don't see. Oh, there's one. Don't know. Oh, there's the bottom inside the. So very important level at the moment, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this up here a little bit. So we have ADR. Okay, ADR here at basically on top of, right now it currently reacting away from it, right? So very nice confluence of data here, guys. We have VWAP, we have break of channel, and we have ADR. Well, that's a nice set of three things indicating that we might see price above. Okay. Again, in the next whatever number of minutes for this candle to confirm. All right. But certainly that speaks, again, more evidence that potentially we could see higher pricing. Okay. So let's go ahead and call out these ADR levels. All right. So we'll say ADR high here. ADR high is, let's say, what's it? 2367, 2367.1. We got ADR low at, what is it? 23, was it? Looks like 2318. Yeah, 318.6, 2318.6. And then settlement price, is, what is it? 2366 or no? What is it? 2346.4, 2346.4. Okay, 2346.4, 46.4. All right. Okay, so those are our levels that we're going to be taking a look at. Now, I'm gonna close down ADR levels and open up ASR and see if it offers any sort of changes. It changes here. Sorry, excuse me, guys. So ASR is slightly higher. Okay, actually, yeah, slightly higher. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna put a second number here. Okay, according to this 2368, this is ASR now. Okay, 2368.7. All right, 2368.7, and then we got onto the downside we got 2322. Okay, slightly higher levels, 2322. Okay, 2322. Okay, so anyway, these are I'm gonna just kind of capture these levels and go back to the tried and true. Okay, but I wanted to capture kind of the ASR levels as well. All right. These are the on the one on the left is kind of a blend across multiple sessions. Asia, London, New York. This one on the right is just a session by session comparison of the U.S. I believe of the U.S. Yeah, New York. All right. Okay. So we've already mentioned that we're at a level that we could potentially take a flyer to the upside. We obviously have some structure. We've been in range. Okay. For a period here, right? You see this? We've been in range in this window here, right? So the question is this just going to continue in range now, right? This is just going to bounce from top of range back down to the bottom of range, back up to top of range, and stay range bound. Let's take a look at the fixed range volume profile. Fixed range volume profile. Let's see, where is it now? Okay, there it is. So we're going to go ahead and locate the Monday bar here for opening candle. Okay, let's go ahead here, back here. There it is. And then drag that across to the 430 bar. And here we are below value. All right. So again, right now we have, kind of the, sellers in control. Okay. Although we're starting to see some evidence that the bulls are starting to make some inroads to bring prices higher. Okay, we are flirting with a candle that is about to close above VWAP in a how we say in a environment where it's been kind of range bound overnight, right? So who knows? We could be getting some accumulation down. Okay, because we do have a series. Of late, we have some series of candles to the upside. So if I'm a buyer, well, this is a reasonable location. All right. If we get a close above VWAP with a stop below ADR for prices to head back up to settlement price, not an unreasonable expectation given where the location and given the confluence of data here. Right. But that's not to say, again, on the counter to that is, there's no reason that it cannot stay range bound like it has over in the overnight, right? But we do have some evidence that maybe it could make this break to the upside. All right. If I'm a seller, well, I'm going to be looking at settlement price and ADR above me, right? These are all logical levels for a continuation of whatever move that had taken place here. Value area low is also located in that location. So if I'm a buyer, well, I'm already at my location. I'm just kind of waiting to see if I get confirmation to indicate that yes, indeed, that the market participants are interested in this area and are willing to put in the resources to move price higher. Okay. All right. I'm going to take a peek here to see if there's any questions. You can see my charts and a picture of me. That's exactly what you should be seeing. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. So let's go ahead and move to the crude oil market. So instead of changing windows here, I'm just going to modify this here. Stay with the same window, and here we are. Crude oil. It's already kind of reaching levels here. So let's go ahead and open up the daily. Okay, so we have the daily coming into an area. Now the gold has already kind of starting to react away. Crude oil is in the same area, but it did react away, but hasn't really made any inroads. On the contrary, looks like the sellers have come in and have added some resources here to bring price further down. Okay, so we're still not out of the woods, I would say, with respect to buyers. Right, we still have this 80 level, right, which is the last consolidation area that we were in. So again, I'm kind of inclined to draw this area here, right, and color it in as green, right? So this area here still remains an area of support, but I can't deny, okay, I cannot deny that we're starting to see price, kind of head lower, right? Cannot deny that, okay? And when we have a developing candle like this, well, I'm a little hard pressed to go ahead and step in and say, oh, I think I should buy the market now. No, well, the daily is telling me that there's a little bit of a weight, and it's more than just a paperweight, bearish price action. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and look at the 4-hour chart. Okay. Again, similar kind of story. We're in this bearish channel. And again, I would have to kind of adjust here a little bit to kind of accommodate this, but I would probably do something like this. It's kind of a conundrum, right? So if I do this, this seems a little wide for me. I feel like I'm away from the market. This feels that I'm losing out some information here. So what do I do in situations like that? Well, I draw two different channels, and I go with the most recent. Okay. So although I see an overall trend of down, right? But I want to encompass as many of these candles as I can. So I end up drawing something like this instead. Okay. So anytime I'm in kind of that kind of conundrum, I go with the more recent candles. And this gives maybe a little bit slightly clearer picture, right, of potential here. Okay. All right. So we are reacting slightly away from ADR on the top side. We're on top of ADR on the downside, and we are close and up against an area of demand. Okay, that we already demonstrated on the daily. All right. So take a look at the 30-minute chart. Okay. Again, series of candles, one after another, bearish. Right. A lot of people short in the market right now during London. Okay. This is as clean a move as you can get. Okay. We got a bearish candle and then just a steady series of bearish candle after bearish candle after bearish candle after bearish candle. Now we're starting to see a little bit of signs that maybe they've started to poke bear here a little bit. We're starting to see some wicks going the other direction. We're a few minutes away from the open of the market here. Okay. So this area right here could provide, again, another area for potential reversal. Now, market can still go down, but the market generally doesn't go down in a straight line. It kind of staircases its way down. So this could be good, even though we're starting to see some evidence on the daily, right, that we could see price at least move up to settlement or move up to VWAP, right? So let's take a look at fixed range volume profile, and let's go ahead and locate the 6 o'clock bars right here. Drag that to 1330 bar, which is right there. And here we are, just like gold, below value. All right. Now, crude oil is a little bit behind with respect to reversing off this level. But like I said before, we are seeing some evidence. We're starting to see some buying wicks at these levels. Okay. So again, it appears that we have location. The question now is, are we going to get the price action or price structure to support what appears to be a reversal area, okay, in the market? All right. Yeah. Again, I'm going to be watching this pretty closely. Okay. This is going to be my kind of guide. It's going to be my guardrails. If I do get a close and it closes above this, range here, then that would give me a little bit of evidence that yes, maybe they want. But I have to be wary here, right? Because the daily and the other higher time frame charts are developing bearish candles, right? So I have to be wary that how far this can go. Well, I think it has a reasonable chance, right? I don't see any sort of consolidation areas here for it to get back to settlement price or back up to VWAP, right? That seems like a reasonable expectation given what I see here as far as candles. All right, so let's go ahead and call out these levels. All right, so here we are, ADR high. ADR high. Let's go ahead and stretch this out here a little bit. Okay, let's make sure these become very visible to me. Okay, so let's see. So we got ADR high is, what is this? 83.20. 83.20. ADR low is, what is that? Looks like pretty much 81, 81.05, something like that. 81.05, okay, 81.05, and then I'll leave it at 6. That's fine. Settle is, let's call it, let's see, can we see that? Oh, 81.90, 81.90. Okay, 81.90 is settle. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and turn off ADR here for a minute. I want to capture some ASR levels, and the ASR levels a little bit lower. Okay, ASR is a little bit lower here, so I'm going to put a slash here. We're going to call this, what was this? What is this? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so this is what, 80, 81, 89. Okay, 81, 89. I'm just going to capture this right here, guys. So significantly lower, 81, 89. Okay, on the high side. And then on the low side, we got 80, 28. 80, 28. So I'm just going to put a slash. Now, again, the number on the right here is an average session range, specifically to New York. Okay. All right. And the one on the left is kind of a blend across all the sessions. Now, there's pretty wide disparity here. Okay. From what we are seeing on ADR to what we're seeing on ADR low, which begs the question here a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for now. Okay. All right. So what do we do? Well, we already talked through some things already, right? We are at a level where we could potentially see a reversal in price. So if I'm a buyer, I'm at that zone. The only caveat is that all the higher time frames is showing me that it's in a pretty strong move to the downside. Okay. So if I'm going to use this level, I need to remain patient. I just can't respond to wicks, right, that tell me to reverse, right? We have a lot of sellers in the overnight here in London. Okay. This, like I said, still could provide us a reversal area here, though. Okay. If I'm a seller, well, I need to look above. I have settlement price up above here. We already know at 81.90, which also happens to be VWAP. Okay, so this would be a nice area. Now we have ASR, average session range, also at that level. So that would be kind of an area, if I'm thinking short and be a part of the move that the daily and the 4 hour is showing me, well, that would be a logical area for me to participate in that. Okay. See if there's anything else. Just going to peek here, see if there's any questions. No questions. Okay, so let's go ahead and start looking at the equities. So we're going to go ahead and open up the NQ, start with the NQ. All right, so looks like we are up against ADR high here. Looks like we're kind of, I don't know, kind of a cup and handle. Is that, I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't seen a cup and handle in some time, but it looks like a cup and handle pattern that we're developing in NASDAQ. Okay, let's look at the daily. Okay, so we're getting some response. Okay, we're getting some response from these levels here. Okay, so I think we had drawn this yesterday, right? Okay, and we are getting some reaction away from it. All right, so NASDAQ equities has found a level and getting a bit of reaction away from it. Okay, now if I again still, am I still technically in? No, well, I'm going to say that we're kind of peaking above, right? So this could be an area for us to consider here, right? If I was looking at this, say on a lower time frame chart, well, if I get this candle to close above, then I can put my stop below and then look for the market to head back up to 18,200 and beyond, right? That's kind of, well, if this was something other than a daily, right? If I was thinking about holding this for multiple days, but there's a little problem here with the study here. Yeah, so it looks like a little bit of an error here. So in any case, Let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart also giving us an indication that it's kind of going to respect this channel, and we are starting to begin to break some structure to the upside. All right, so let's see, 30-minute chart. Okay, I'm going to stretch this out here more, make it nice and wide. Everybody can see. Okay, again, I haven't traded really a cup and handle in some time, so I don't know exactly how to respond to this, but certainly it does look like this pattern. And any case, we are coming up against ADR high. Okay, so ADR high. Okay, maybe the study error was telling me that it doesn't like doing ASR on something other than the 30-minute chart. Okay, all right. Let's see. Where do we start with? Let's start with the ADR levels. Okay, so I'm going to put it somewhere here where it's nice and visible. Okay, so ADR high, which we're at. Okay, we're at ADR high, which is was it? Let's call it 17,428.25. 17,428.25. Okay, ADR low is somewhere inside this range here. So that's 17,149.75. 17,149.75. Okay, and then settlement is above us, or actually below us. Okay, so settlement. Okay, settlement is 17,360. Is that right? 17,350. 17,350. Okay, 17,350. Okay. All right. I'm going to close this for a second. These actually, that was what I gave you guys was ASR levels. Let me close that down and open this up. Okay, so I'm going to put ADR here up above us. Okay, so again, pretty significant change here in levels. So I'm going to put the ADR numbers in front of the ASR numbers. So we got ADR here high at 17,525. Again, okay, 17,525, and then to the downside we have 17,184. 17,184 is what I see. 17,184. All right. So again, the numbers in front are the ADR numbers, and what follow is the ASR numbers. Okay. ADR, ASR, ADR, ASR. All right. Okay. So what to make of this market? Well, we're starting to respect VWAP. So respecting VWAP is an indication that we could be expecting higher prices. Now, we still need to break some structure. We need to get above this level here, okay, in order for this to kind of follow through to the upside, okay. If it does hang around here, well, chances are it could come tumbling down. So if I'm a bull, right, and I've already kind of have some data to support that, reacting off of VWAP above some price, then I want to see price close above 17,428.50. All right, in order to support that view. The longer it stays here, the longer I expose myself to a move to the downside. Okay, so if I'm a bull, I do want to see price head higher or above 1728. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile for Monday. Click on here, drag that across to the 430 bar. Here we are. So again, we've gotten some reaction away from value area high, away from so prices are above value. which indicates that the bulls are indeed in control at the moment. All right. So again, I'm already at a location where I can manage my risk for an upside move. If I'm not a believer of this move, then I'm looking more to fade this, then I would say that we need to look at these either the ADR level, because I think we've already exceeded ASR, the ADR level, or we're right at that point. Okay. If we are thinking short, then I would say ADR above us, or once the initial balance is established, maybe ADR high, or not ADR high, IB high, IB high, right? So ADR high or IB high as an area for reversal to the bearish, okay? Or we're like I said, we're already at a location where we can maybe participate to the long side at current levels. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at, I'm just going to quick peek here. They didn't update it. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think I fixed that, right? I think I provided ADR levels to you guys. All right. So let's go back here and let's go ahead and look at the ES. ES here, ES. Okay, so similar kind of view, guys. So I'm just going to take a quick peek at the daily. Okay, daily, again, coming off some daily structure here, right, to the left. That would indicate that, we're basically in some sort of territory, buyer territory. Okay, 4R is, let's see, all telling us the same thing. Okay. We need to, obviously, we're starting to make some headway. We're starting to staircase our way up, right? We broke some structure here. We are close to breaking some structure here. I would say 5077.25, 5077.25 would be an important level, okay? In the sense that, or I would say 5080. Like to see price above that if I'm a buyer, okay? I would like to see it break some structure here to indicate that, yes, it's going to continue to be supportive to the upside. Okay. All right. Looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay. Kind of moving a little bit at quicker pace here, guys, since I have one more market to review. Very similar to what we were seeing in the NASDAQ market. I'm going to go ahead and open up here, open the fixed range volume profile and locate the 630 bar, drag that across the 430 bar. And here we are again, similar to NASDAQ, above value, already reacting away from VWAP for potential move to the upside. We have actually a little bit more room, I would say, to get to the top of this range here. I think we've already called out 5080 as an area. I'm going to go ahead and call out these ADR zones. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead to the text window and we'll say ADR high, ADR high. Okay. Average daily range high is, what is this? 5089.75. 5089.75. ADR high, ADR low. ADR low is down here somewhere. 50, pretty wide range. 50, 12, 50. 50. Let's see if I fix this here a little bit. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Okay, let's do this over. Maybe Control Z. Yes. Okay. All right. Now I forgot what the level below was. So 50, 12, 25. 50, 12, 25. Settlement is 50, 47, 50. 50, 47, 50. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn off ADR here for a second, turn on ADR. And we're already at or actually about to exceed this level here that was at, kind of take the bottom of the range here. That's a 50.6150, looks like. Yeah, 50.6150 is the ADR high, 50.6150. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and locate the bottom here. That's just a hair under 5,000, 4,098. Okay, so 4,998.75. Okay, guys. So again, left side ADR, which is a blend across all sessions. A right side ASR, which is just focused on the New York session. Okay. All right. So I think we've already kind of spoken as far as levels go. I think if I'm a buyer, obviously I'd like to see, well, now I'd like to see it above ASR, eventually above 50.80 we called out earlier. Otherwise, I expose myself here a little bit to potential. This is kind of a dangerous area, right? You're coming into this area, right, where we had sellers before. And this is the first time coming into this area. So this could provide some resistance here. Now, I don't think it was as clear. Actually, maybe we were closer to the top of this range in the NASDAQ, but I do see that there's a possibility of whoever this person or set of people, that this area here could provide, something in the way of a reversal in price. Okay. Right. Although again, the daily and the 4-hour are indicating that we're headed higher. We're coming into a 30-minute level that could at least cause the price to pause. All right. Okay, let's see. Take a look again. Questions. All right. Go back to the markets again. All right. So we're going to close out with YM. Here, similar. Okay. Again, quick peek at the daily. Okay. Similar kind of thing that we're seeing on all the equity markets, reacting away from daily levels. Okay, it kind of peaked below, and all they found was worse. Okay, so yeah, so this is very much aligned with what we're seeing in the other equities. All right, 4R equally as bullish. All right, so we're starting to see some breaks of structure here. Broke structure here. We technically broke structure there. So the next obvious thing that we want to see is that we wanted to break structure here. Okay, right? We wanted to get above what is that? 38,643. I think looks like 38,643. Maybe 615. No. I'm going to call it 638. Okay. So we need to see price get above 38,638 for this move to continue, right? Anytime we're in this kind of move, we want it to continue to break structure to the upside. Okay. So it's come back, did a little bit of a retracement, got to about 50% of this candle, and decided, you know what? That's the only discount. That's as much of a discount that I need. Now I'm going to let the market kind of continue to the upside. Okay. All right. Looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay. So here we are. So we have, this is actually, I'm going to turn this off here for a second and turn this on. All right. So this is ADR Levels, which one that we're more accustomed to seeing and looking at. Okay. So we got ADR high here at, let's go ahead and add this here. So ADR high at, what is it? 38. Let's call it 780, guys. Okay. ADR low is, was it 38,236? Okay, 236. 38,236. And then settlement is looks like 38,468. I'm just gonna double confirm here. Yeah, it looks like 38,468. Maybe change this color here. Blue. Yeah, 38,468. 38,468. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and switch here really quick to the ASR. Well, we're coming up on ASR. So ASR here is at 38,604. Okay, ASR 38,604. High or 4. Yes. Oops. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and look at the ASR low. And we're just going to call that 38,195 on the low side. All right. 38,195. All right. Okay. So again, ADR on the left, ASR on the right. So similar story to YM. I think the only thing that's changing here is for me to draw the fixed range volume profile, which I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to locate the, I'm going to locate the 630 bar from Monday. Okay, 630 bar, there it is. Drag that across to the 1330 bar. There it is. Again, similar to the other equities, guys, no surprise. That is above value. Up on ASR, we have ADR above me. So again, this area here, as I mentioned, it's kind of a dangerous area, okay, to be honest, because we are coming into the kind of the heart of the sellers here, which could provide an area for potential reversal. But on the other hand, we are coming off of some levels here that indicate that they want to bring price higher. So this is the next area of contention, I would say. This area here around 38,650, 38,625. These are areas that potentially provide some resistance to the current move higher. Okay. We're above value. So yeah, all things point for higher prices. Okay. But there's something about this area here that I'm not really comfortable with, and probably would wait for a price to get above it in order for me to want to participate in this move to the upside. Okay. I'm going to be patient. Okay. We're going to wait for initial balance, wait for that to kind of close up and show me what the market is, what the market looks like, to kind of further refine where I should buy, where I should sell. And yeah, I think with that, I'm going to take a peek and see if there's any questions. Just a bunch of thank yous. You're welcome. All right. Yeah, I think that's that's about it, guys. So if you are interested in this content and you want to encourage me to come in every morning to provide it, I would hit the subscribe button. Also don't be afraid to hit the like button on your way out. Okay. Again, encourages me to come out and do this on a daily basis. What else? Otherwise, I would say go ahead and encourage, or I can encourage you, trade well, trade safe, and be a market trader. All right, guys. I'll see some of you this afternoon in group coaching. Otherwise, have an excellent day trading, and I'll talk to you guys soon.